part of being investable, we say, is that it's a business that will survive generations, right? It's going to be passed on, and it creates sustainable wealth for the owners of the company, right? So, how do you plan the business to be passed on? How do you plan for it to be generational?
That's an excellent question. I think it's multi-layered because I think there are a number of elements that allow that to be successful. Ingrid kind of highlighted one, which is really ensuring that I think the management team, which has worked closely with kind of the founders, and in many cases they're founders themselves, because there are a few who have actually been here since we first opened, and have progressed with the organization. But I think it's important that they are, properly educated, that they are probably a little more visible, as Ingrid is saying, so that people reach out to them just like they would reach out to us for ideas about the business and for just kind of maintaining the entity itself.
Could I say we're kind of flat? It's not like there's not many persons to get to hear and speak to us. When we have meetings every week and we ventilate everything about the business, a lot of times people hold information back because you feel like, well, no, you don't need to know that. We don't run the business like that at all.
Yeah.
We run it fairly flat. And similarly, the staff know that they can come and speak to us. I mean, sometimes it's difficult. You have to tell them, listen, I'm going into a meeting. I may not be able to speak to you right now. But I think being accessible, so that they understand how we think in terms of the direction and the vision. And they come along on the ride with us. And they share in it because they're also helping us to craft it along the way because they have a voice.
Right. But part of the whole IPO process as well, I think, dovetails with the goal of sustainability long term. Because what it does is it gives you different pillars beside just kind of the original shareholder group. Yeah. Now you have kind of a wider shareholder group, right? Now you have the directors that, you're actually compelled to have independent directors who, give another voice, another level of guidance, and who also will play a key role, I think, in long-term sustainability. Because at the most senior, senior level, they understand how the business is operating and what needs to happen. You also have the anchor of kind of the community. I think the processes in the business are also very important, because I think most kind of small businesses, medium companies, even larger companies, lack really well-defined policies and procedures, which can really help the business to kind of enshrine, and concretize long-term what the founder group or the original kind of owners of the business would have really thought were the real elements that make it successful. If that's not really well documented and becomes part of the real DNA and culture of the organization, it stands the risk of being forgotten.
That is true.
And not executed well.
Right.
And and I think where we are is really now trying to concretize and refine those policies and procedures. I think the responsibility of, going public and seeing 400 plus shareholders as part of your business, you feel really responsible to be successful.